Hello everyone, Poor Cynic here with Tyrant Reviews, and this is the Grand Theft V tie-in application called iFruit by Rockstar Games. As the words tie-in app might suggest, this is an application designed and intended to be used alongside the Grand Theft Auto V video game. The two major ways this is done are through LS Customs and Shop the Dog there at the top. But I'm going to go through all these little icons and all the while explain to you why this application is a tremendous waste of yours, mine, and everyone's time. Now I'll get to the LS Customs and Shop the Dog parts of the application in just a second because those are the big aspects. Those are the ones that actually tie into the game. But I'll just go through these smaller ones right now very quickly. Settings is as it sounds. You have your social club information, you can have your platform, you can link your social networks, you can look at how everything works for Chop the Dog and restart tutorials for that in LS Customs, and it'll tell you the build of the iFruit itself. Now you see this is build 2.0 of the iFruit. That's because the previous version had very big problems with connectivity. Those problems still exist to a smaller extent, but it's been very much patched in some regards. Except in regards to the first item on our list, the GTA 5 icon right below LS Customs. That takes you to the Grand Theft Auto 5 website through the application itself without having to open your browser. Or at least that's the theory. I have never been able to successfully open it. It has crashed every time, citing problems with connectivity, even after the update. Life Invader, this is an especially pointless thing on top of this incredibly pointless app. And this just, it's sort of links you to things in the Grand Theft Auto 5 universe. You see, this is Jack Howitzer, but you can also go to other companies like Sprunk and Haircuts and Redwood Cigarettes. And I guess if you follow some of these, or stalk as they call it, you get special bonuses in game. But there's really no point to it. It is a waste. You can get a free can of a Sprunk from any participating vending machine, so you get to heal yourself for free once. And yeah, that sounds like an excellent investment of my time, even though it is, as simple as pushing a button or tapping on the screen. I don't even want to give it that satisfaction because it's just, what the hell is the point? Why put in this phony baloney Life Invader thing? Then there's the Social Club. That'll take you, as it sounds, to Rockstar Social Club. And you can adjust your accounts, you can look at your friends, you can do the feed. But the big thing you can do here is crews. You can manage and join crews from this part of the app. And you can see we can go into Find a Crew here, and we'll have a sort of generic list of different crews going from the most members to the least members. Some of these you can join, just jump in and join. Some of them require invites from members. And, it's pretty much how it is with other clan building things. You can also create your crew through here. Put in the name, put in their 4-digit identifier, put in their color and the crew type. And the crew type, I guess, reflects what the crew is going to be geared for. Chatterboxes, I guess, is going to be a crew that likes to talk on headphones a lot. Thrill Seekers, it's going to be things like races or parachuting and that sort of thing. Rebels and Soldiers sounds more like, combat-oriented. And you can adjust the crew rank titles, which is a nice touch. I do like that. And then the crew actions, I guess, is their collective gesture. And that's all very well and good, but this is all sort of stuff you could do from the Grand Theft Auto website, just through the regular browser, and it strikes me as being unnecessary to have an app just to get into this. The store, that takes you to the Rockstar store. It's where you can get games and Rockstar paraphernalia. Now, GTA 3 and GTA Vice City, tapping on those will take you into the App Store so you can look at the iOS ports of those games. I have played neither, and to be honest, I'm not really attracted to that because I'm not a big fan of the Grand Theft Auto series. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been the first one I've actually liked. And I played 3, I played Vice City, I played San Andreas, and I played 4, and I didn't care for any of them. For various reasons that would take up an entire video all to itself, so I won't get into it. But now let's get into the two big ones. Let's get into Alice Customs and Chop the Dog. Let's start off with Los Santos Customs, which is really the only part of this application I sort of enjoy. And even then, it's extremely limited, and it's just very much... You'll see. Alright, here we are, Los Santos Customs. I'm going to go through this. Another problem with this app, it has really long load times when you want to get into things like LS Customs or Chop the Dog. You got to wait for a while. Now, you can see here, you can customize the cars of the 3 story characters and your online character. However, this is where we get into already one of the problems with this part of the application. In regards to the single player characters, you can only edit or alter the cars that they own, as it were. You can only alter Franklin's sports car, Michael's sedan, and Trevor's truck. So if you stored a car in their garage that you might want to try and edit, you can't do that. Not that I've been able to see. Now for your online character, so long as you own a car or you have basically the proper terms to possess that car, which basically it's the insurance and the tracker, then you can modify it. If you have a garage, it's basically anything in that garage. I have 2 cars to choose from. I have this muscle car and I have a motorcycle. I just picked up this muscle car, so let's work on that. Now I can adjust the respray, you can change the engine, brakes, all the stuff you could do sort of in-game, although it's a lot less clear about some of these sort of things, especially in regards to wheels. Because wheels, it feels like in-game there's a lot more you can do, a lot more places to look at, whereas this, it's, stock, classic 5, unless you can go deeper, but it just seems, it's a very clunky interface. I'm not a fan of it. But let's see here, we can get some horns if we want to, we can get different tires, different wheels. Alright, what I want to do first, I want to get, yes, I wanted to get armor. Armor upgrade is very important because if you played GTA Online, you'll know that you'll often be chased by random jerkbags who will try to kill you. So that's a bit of a problem. So we're going to add that definitely for sure. I don't want the musical horn, no, I just want the stock horn. You can respray, so we'll go into that and do this. Another problem I have is you can't see the money you have at the time. You can only see basically the prices. So you better know in a general way beforehand how much you have as to avoid overshooting your limit. Now let's see here. The colors right now are black and gray. It's all black, but it has a gray stripe running down the middle. Right, I forgot. In exchange of the black, let's get a nice red, a nice dramatic red. Torino red's pretty expensive, but I like the way it looks. And then we'll switch over to graphite, a darker black for the stripe. Red and black, the tablet Tyrant colors, because why not? I have a big ego, and that's one way I can show off and strut my stuff and peacock up the place, as it were. Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I meant to say. And then you can go on plates, and this is sort of one of the appealing points they tried to push, that you could choose a custom license plate, you could reserve something. But, there's not really much of a point to it that I can see, because, it looks very nice, but you're the only one who's going to be looking at it, because it's going to be on your car. Other people driving behind you aren't going to look at it. They're going to be too busy trying to shoot you in the back of the head or run you off the road. People in your car are not going to be looking at it because they're going to be too busy trying to shoot back at the people trying to shoot you in the head or ram you off the road. So there's no point to it. It's a bragging point that no one will care about. It's just to satisfy yourself. It's very masturbatory, really. Yeah, let's go with that. Now let us fulfill the order, which you just going by order, and that'll cost 11,360. License plate is free, although the plate background is not. And that should be activated next time I go into the game. Why is there already an order pending? I did not... It's very odd. But override it. Probably wasn't important anyway. And next time I head into Grand Theft Auto Online, I should be able to see the new changes to my D-Class Saber Turbo. Anyway, that's pretty much all you can do in the garage. Oh, something I should have mentioned that sort of alluded to when you just saw that pop up. You can only have one order at a time, which means if you want to make a change to Michael's car and Franklin's car, you have to go into the game, switch to Michael once you've completed the order to make sure the order kicks in, and then go back into the app and change Franklin's car. And if you're going to do that, just do it in-game. There's really no point. But anyway, time to look at the last and one of the worst aspects of this application, Chop the Dog. Now, the Chop the Dog app is basically a virtual pet. The intention is you use this app to take care of Chop. You feed him, you water him, you walk him, you train him, and this will reflect once you get back into the game, because he will have learned the tricks you taught him through this application. And he'll be better behaved, he'll be able to help Franklin find collectibles. But this game is just so bad, Anyway, let's get into some of the things here. You can see, let's start with, we have some poop to collect. Basically, you just pinch right above it. If I can get... Controls are not great. Anytime, game. Oh, you gotta tap the glove icon first. I'll pick it up. There we go, and bring it over the trash can. Now, let's get him fed and watered. You can see here he's a very hungry dog. And you can see up in the top corner you have 1,000 credits to spend. And that upper number, the white number, or the number in the white upside down teardrop, that's the cost. So you can see the 100 cred thing will fulfill his hunger needs by 60%. So we'll drop that, and he should wander over to it. By the way, this looks hideous. This looks terrible. I really gotta say. I know it's just a free app they put alongside the game, but come on, that is just sad. Now he can fulfill his water needs with some fancy imported water. If he goes over to it. You can see the happiness mode is rapidly increasing. And now he needs a walk. And the different walking areas have sort of a mini game associated with them. The park one, for example, that was you had to chase away the other dogs that were interested in Chop's bitch. And I mean that by the literal scientific term, the female dog he was interested in. So let's try this one. Never tried it before. Keep the balls away from Franklin's car. So I guess this is the... You swipe if it will respond, which it's not really doing all that well. The intention is to swipe, and he will attack the guys in that direction, and it's not at all responsive. Jeez. And you pick up the clocks to get more time, and my God, this is terrible. This is much worse than the other one. What the hell is going on? You can see I got a little sort of thing there. And God, come on! Wow, that's terrible. It didn't... Completely unresponsive, which is another way this game sucks. Or this mini-game sucks. It's just so bad. Oh, and now he's unhappy again because he dropped a little bit on his food. So let's pick him up with some chicken. Though really, you should not be feeding chicken your dog, because they might hurt themselves on the chicken bones. Now you can get him, going along the other things on the side here, you can get him gifts, which basically just means better colors. And the little metal here, or ribbon at the bottom, that's how you train him. And see, if we level him up enough, he should be able to learn this trick. Yeah, he's learned a new trick. He can now sit in Grand Theft Auto 5. What a rewarding thing that was. And now, presumably, we can teach him how to shake, or shake paw. It's just, that's it. That's all you do. You can also pick up the ball and toss it around, and he'll wander over to it and pick it up. God, that is a frightening thing. Anyway, yes, that is the iFruit tie-in app to Grand Theft Auto 5, and it is pretty bad. It's not excruciatingly terrible, apart from that minigame, which didn't respond to anything, but it's more just completely unnecessary. Anything you'd want to do in this, you could do in the game, or you could do through an internet browser. It doesn't make sense to have this app trying to fill in the gaps. Because, I mean, if you're going to do this, if you're going to have an app that sort of replicates the in-game phone, which this is obviously trying to do, why don't you do more with it? Why don't you, link to the in-game stock market that they've been touting so much? Although I can think of a reason why, is that it still doesn't work for online. And it's generally pretty crap anyway. But something like that, something that really makes this more tied into the game. This just feels barely connected, like a threadbare leash. This is just so unnecessary. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, but I'm not going to leave it here just quite yet. There we go. Isn't that better? Here we are in Grand Theft Auto 5 with my online character, and isn't this a delightful change from that unpleasant, unwieldy, worthless app? Well, it would have been if the changes I had made to my car in LS Customs had actually taken effect. As you can see, they have not. So, I'm pretty pissed off. Not only is this app worthless, it doesn't actually work. So, yeah. I'm pretty annoyed. What am I going to do to slake my annoyance? Alright, this helps. It's very cathartic. You know, I didn't get my car the way I wanted, but now at least I get to act out a little bit. So that was the iFruit app. I strongly recommend not getting it at all. I've been Poor Cynic with Tab on Tyrant Reviews. Ta-ta and farewell. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to escape the police.